In exchange, you'll play as security traders competing for the highest net worth on Wall Street. Players will carefully plan their strategies over a series of 3 phases, trying to cash in big on a constantly changing market. The only thing harder than trying to predict the market is anticipating the actions of the players sitting at the table with you. In the end, the player who corners the market and has the highest net worth will win the game and the title of the best trader on the exchange. To set up the game, place the market value board in the center of the table, along with 15 market force cards face down in a shuffled stack to the left. Then place the lobbyist sleeve with a set of 3 phase 3 cards inside just to the right. The money is placed in 3 stacks below the board, and you will place 3 tokens in the $50 column of the market value board representing banks, insurance, and bonds. The round token starts on the 1 space at the bottom of the board. Next, give each player a ledger board, phase cards, and sleeves for phases 1 through 3. Each player should have the following. Phase 1, banks, insurance, and bonds. Phase 2, cards valued 1 through 9. And phase 3, banks plus or minus 1, insurance plus or minus 1, and bonds plus or minus 1. Finally, randomly deal the founder cards to each player until all cards have been dealt. Players then choose which founder they would like to start the game, and then they discard the other founder cards. Players adjust their ledger board based on the number of banks, bonds, and insurance shares listed on their founder card. They will also take the amount of cash listed on their founder card to begin the game. The game lasts a total of 5 rounds, and each round consists of those 3 phases. During each phase, a player selects the card that they would like to play from the available cards in that phase sleeve. After the selection is made, rotate the card to ensure that the desired action is on top. Then place that card in the phase sleeve so that only the top is visible. Place the selection face down on the table until all players have made their selection. Then reveal them simultaneously by flipping over the sleeves. Phase 1 is the security selection, and during this phase, players will be deciding which security they're going to be trading, banks, bonds, or insurance. In Phase 2, the players will decide whether to buy or sell, and how many shares they're going to buy or sell. However, the number of shares is kept secret from the other players until the end of the round. During Phase 3, players can influence the market through market influence cards, allowing the players to raise or lower the value of a chosen security. After each phase has been revealed to the group, the top market forces card is revealed. Then adjust the market value by moving each security token up or down on the board based on the cumulative effect of Phase 3, as well as the market forces cards. Should ever a security increase a value above the highest value or below the lowest value on the board, then the market bubble pops, and the price of that security will flip to the other side of the board, resulting in a huge shift in prices. After adjusting the tokens on the market value board, players reveal the amount of securities being bought or sold from Phase 2. Players then adjust their ledger boards accordingly and pay or receive money from the piles in the center of the table. Now, there are 2 ways to ensure that you have the upper hand against your opponents. The first is to gain market intelligence. Any player may pay $50 at any time to look at the top market forces card and then replace it after they've read it. The second way is to become the lobbyist. Each round, the player with the most cash on hand is the lobbyist for the round. Whoever controls the lobbyist uses the lobbyist card to cast a second vote during the market influence phase. The lobbyist is not active during the first round or the market close. After 5 total rounds have been played, each player is given one last chance to influence the market. This is called the final influence, and during it, players will cast one final market influence, similar to their Phase 3 vote, before the final net worth is calculated for each player. Adjust the tokens on the market value board one final time, and then calculate each player's net worth based on their cash and the value of the securities that they own. The player with the most net worth at the end of the game is the winner, and that's how you play exchange.